Hello everyone. We are starting a little bit early today. Mostly because I've got a long drive ahead of me today. So I figured I'd get this out of the way real quick. Alrighty. So this is Blighttown. This is the main bonfire of Blighttown. As you can see, very dark down here. And this is in the remaster, so imagine how much worse the original was on that. You know? Alright. We got some unfriendly guys coming towards us. They just want to give you a violent lifectomy. Then we got these weasel fox things. They look like dogs, but they do that. Basically, just avoid getting hit, like with most enemies, and you're golden. Ooh, and there is a dart thrower up there too, so do be wary of that. Yeah, you can see that toxic meter fills up real fast if you get hit. So do always try to keep something between you and them. Oof. So basically, we're gonna take a quick path through here, just because of how nightmarish it can be. A quick path is going to include trying to remember how I did this yesterday. Okay. Go here. Okay. We didn't need to do that drop previously. Blighttown is all just very dark and confusing, and there's one of them dart throwers. And yeah, they will drop moss clumps for you. If you're lucky, you'll get a blooming one so that you can cure the toxin. This is that grab that I mentioned. While it's not overly powerful, it's more frustrating than anything else. Over here we have the Eagle Shield, which is a decent shield. 95% physical damage reduction, and beyond that, I don't remember the rest of the stats actually. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so 55% magic, 45 fire. It is good for lightning at 75. Okay, let's remember here real fast. Okay. So, I don't necessarily recommend what I'm about to do, but it is how I've figured how to get through here quickly. Oh, I missed the landing. That happens every once in a while. I did see the message that came through. Have fun going out of town. And now we get to try this again. Alright. This time we're just gonna charge, basically. Not a lot of time for exploratory stuff, because there's a lot that I want to go through in this episode, and when I timed just the replay yesterday, we went over our normal time by quite a bit. Okay, let's try this again. Huh. I always forget that's an option. You can drop here, which gets you to... You know, in all my time I never realized there was a ladder there. That's lovely. Alrighty, real quick. Just because this area is unforgiving and God. Did it kill you? No, that fall didn't kill you, but it definitely would have killed me. I don't typically come up here, so I've forgotten what this path is. Holy crap. When you want to roll but you jump. Wonderful. On the plus side, that dart thrower is dead, so we don't have to worry about getting sniped on the bridge by him. Already turned around again. Lovely. There we go. Alright. So, that way is not a lot of fun. So we're gonna go down here. hopefully draw just him. It's a good hit. That's what I was talking about, these guys being notorious for dung pies. Yes, I've got souls up at the top, but no, they are not really worth going and getting. Alrighty. This has already taken way longer than I was expecting to today. That's alright. Wrong way. Alright, so Blight Town and the lower area is a good example on why you should have the rusted iron ring, because there's a poison swamp down here, and you do move very slowly in it. Quite frankly, the poison isn't really enough to be overly concerned about. So, you know, my experience is to just kind of heal through it. And yeah, watch out for, I think they're called chaos flies. They're not very friendly. And these mosquito things, too. Do-do-do-do. At this point, I usually lose my patience with the flies and just book it. But on the plus side, here's our next bonfire. So we're going to do this real quick, because we are going into a boss. And while Quelaag is not overly tough, she is somewhat tanky, I guess would be a good way to explain it. Like, she can take a lot of hits. Going to put these on. Oh, and yeah, that is an NPC invasion. Not an overly tough one, as you can see. But now that we beat her, pick up the knife, all that, and now we can summon her in as backup in the fight against Quelaag. What is my fire resist on this shield? It's 60. It's the best we got so far. 65, but only 78 physical. Yeah, we're just gonna run with it. This area is full of large Titanite shards. If you wanna go through and pick them up, that is completely up to you. Before we make progress, we're going to do Darkroot Garden and probably go back to the Undead Asylum before we carry on to Sen's Fortress. Just because if we don't do it before going to Anor Londo, we will be well overpowered for the area afterwards. It's kind of the best explanation I can give on that. And while, yes, sometimes it does feel nice to go God mode on some of the areas in this game, I enjoy this struggle. Now, these guys, you can fight them if you want to, but they are passive. And if you attack them, you will burst the egg sacs on their back and have a bunch of these little maggoty things that can attach themselves to you and give you an egg head. And I know there is a purpose to doing that, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is because I've never done it. You know, honestly, Quelaag is a boss that she doesn't even want to fight you. Really, all she's doing is protecting her sister. You know, according to the lore, basically she would much rather this fight not happen just for the sake of her sister, which kinda gotta understand if you're protecting someone you care about. And yeah. And this is what I mean by she can take a lot of hits. She is not weak to the Uchi Katana at all. Yeah. Read that right. If you stay in to one side or the other of the head, you can avoid most damage. You just gotta be able to read the tells for when to back up. That explosive attack always has a little more range on it than I think it's going to. Thought I could finish her off before she got that off. Well, Mildred, you stole the kill, but so be it. And twinned humanities and 20,000 souls. We are not actually going to be using those souls to level up. We are going to use them for the purpose of buying the Crest of Artorias from Andre. Alright. So one thing that I always do to make life a little easier is come down through here to the Demon Ruins. so that this bonfire is lit for later, because the next time we come back to the area will be after Anne Orlando, and we'll have the Lord Vessel, so we can just pop right down instead of having to run all the way down. And I know this looks like an elevator, which it will be later on. Let's see, we've got this illusion wall here, and this guy, who wants to know if you're a new servant. Just say yes. If you say no, you'll kind of frustrate him. And then over here is Quilana, Quileg's sister, who, unless you have the old witch's ring, you cannot understand her. She's also a firekeeper, so you can reinforce your Estus flask with her. We're going to join her covenant real fast. And basically, there's a quest a little further on that involves Solaire, and the way... Basically, Solaire is going to fall prey to... I want to say it's called a sunlight maggot, something like that. But if you give Quilana 30 humanity, somehow the paralyzed spider will open a door, and that makes it so that Solaire doesn't get trapped. He's alive, he's okay, he's sad, because he still can't find the sunlight. But you know. And then in that instance, you can bring him in for the final boss fight of the game against Gwyn. You know, we really should have rested somewhere. That's okay. We are just going to head straight out of here. And because we haven't rested, our enemies have not respawned. On the other side of this chasm is... God, I want to say the name is the Great Hollow. Basically a tree full of basilisks, guaranteed to give you a rough time. And if you go down there and go through it all without the Lord Vessel, you're essentially trapping yourself, because it does go down to Ash Lake, but if you rest at that bonfire at Ash Lake, it becomes problematic, because when you die you're going to respawn there, and there's only one way out of Ash Lake, and it's back the way you came. Huh. That was intelligent of me. It happens. Just making up for the only one death in the previous episode, apparently. See, what I'm hoping to do is make it clear to the Moonlight Butterfly boss fight as well. And after we get the Crest of Artorias, we'll be able to open the way to Sif, who is easily the saddest boss fight. Why does it do that when I release the run button? So we are going to go here. Oof. That's a new one on me. Not sure how we managed that. Boy, this one is just not shaping up to be a very great episode. Oh well. It happens. Why? Alrighty. You know, that's the curse of doing everything recorded as a live stream. All the mistakes are right there. Since I'm not running any editing software or running it through a PC and recording it and uploading later, it is what it is. What we are going to go do is we're going to attempt to go pick up an armor set that for early game is really good, and if you get the master key, I would recommend coming down here to get it. Get off me. So that armor set we just picked up is better and lighter than most of our current armor. Well, half of it anyway. So, again, while we look like an idiot, we're still under our 50% equip weight, and we have slightly better defenses again. Right. And now we're just gonna book it out of here. Because I don't know about you, but I am tired of looking at poison swamp and bugs for now. Ooh, toxic. As you can see, toxic is a little faster than poison. Problem solved. And that key is the key we need to unlock a door down here that allows us to leave. I mean, unless you want to go all the way back through Blighttown. Me personally, I don't recommend it. Ooh, I thought I was further away. Oh well. here we've got Valley of the Drakes. If you want to, there's a zombie dragon out that way. It's guarding some decent loot, but also it's a little bit of a pain without a ranged build set, basically. So now we're at the New Londo ruins. We will be coming back here much later. And this is what I mean about the cool interconnected world of Dark Souls. We're already at 32 minutes. Took a lot longer than I was hoping to. That's okay. If we have to run a little long, so be it. That's done. You know, we forgot to actually ring that bell, didn't we? I will go back and get that off stream. That's okay. Got distracted and completely forgot to ring the second bell. It happens. We weren't gonna actually go into Sen's Fortress for probably another couple episodes anyway, so it's not a big deal. Darkroot Garden, next to Anor Londo, is one of the more beautiful areas, in my opinion, in this game. I can't believe we forgot. I can't believe I forgot to hit that second bell of awakening. So, real fast, we're going to buy this so we have it. Going to add another upgrade to our Uchi. While we're here, why not? We're gonna learn that. And then I'm going to check what we've got. It's not a lot. So down here we've got a Titanite Demon. And a fun thing about these guys is they are programmed in a way that when you beat one of them, the rest get incrementally stronger. And that carries over indefinitely on all of them. go. And he gives us Demon Titanite, which allows us to, I believe, upgrade weapons created from boss souls. So this area has got these kind of enemies. Not overly strong. They do have a grab attack that is a little bit annoying. And they've got essentially a Vine Whip attack. Which, I mean, it's not problematic or anything, but it is just kind of deceptive since they can hit you from range. Not super range, mind you. Yeah, it's not like they're in this area are very strong. And they obviously also drop moss clumps. Alright. So this is the door that I mentioned that we need the Crest of Artorias for. We are not going through there right this minute. But something I do recommend is to kindle this bonfire because it is the closest bonfire to 2 bosses. Looking at the time, we'll only have the chance to take on 1 before we end up having to call it for the episode, but so be it. Dex, because why not? We might have enough to get a second level here. Oh yeah. Maybe. Perfect. Now, this next boss fight is... how can I say this? Annoying, more than anything. This is a trap. As soon as you touch this, that happens. But, as you know, these things are not overly strong, so... especially with where we're at. And that move right there was the attempt at a grab attack. Alright. So this area has got more of those tree things. And these guys. Who look way more intimidating than they actually are. The most annoying thing about them is that spell they use, basically Peace Walk, makes it seem like you're over-encumbered, even though you aren't, I believe is the stat that it affects. And you can actually pick up their armor set off of them. It's just a very heavy set. Yeah. Oof. Fortunately, killing them makes their spell go away. I think there is, yep, that one. Ouch. Alright, so the next boss is the Moonlight Butterfly. And it's just an annoying fight. First of all, it's gotta come in. And if you are not running a ranged build, this fight can take an eternity. Basically, avoid its magic as best you can. Huh. It's usually a phase 2 attack. Oh well. Come on. Here we go. Starts charging up a blast. And you have to do it all over again. And it doesn't have a guaranteed, like, after so many attacks it lands thing. It is pure chaos. That's why I say it could literally take forever if this thing just decides not to land. Ouch. Again, mistimed that. Oh well. Come on, just land. There we go. Lord, that is a pointless fight. And actually completely optional, by the way. But you do get the Divine Ember, which I believe is needed for blessed weaponry? Okay. There's one more thing real quick that I would like to do for this episode, and that is use the Watchtower basement key that we just picked up. So we are going to quickly, as quick as possible, go back down this way to fight a guy that will give us my next favorite ring in this game that boosts our equip load significantly. Let's see, is this guy gonna come after us? Yes, he is. Not worried about his moss clumps. Alrighty. And in Darkroot Basin here is when we meet our first crystal lizard, titanite lizard, whatever you want to call it. Okay, pretty sure. Alright, so come down here just to get this Black Knight to follow us up, because why not? Come on, buddy. Stop hiding behind your shield. Ow. You got lucky. Ouch. Now, he can drop his weapon, like all Black Knights can. And that weapon that he uses is widely viewed as one of the best in-game weapons. There we go. He did not drop it for us, but oh well. Further on, right down here, we'll pick up the Grass Crest Shield, which is a decent shield, one that I do use quite a bit. It has slightly less physical reduction, but slightly better everything else, and it increases the rate at which our stamina recovers. So that's something very nice to have. Now we are going to go pick a fight with Havel. In this fight, it's not necessarily that it's difficult, it just, the dude is a tank, is the best way to explain. Follow us? No, okay. The crystal golem's not going to follow us. Yeah, you want to avoid that happening. If you can get some backstabs in on him, it doesn't take near as long. Come on. And you really want to avoid that two-handed smack. There we go. And we get his ring. And I keep mentioning the interconnected world. right here is the tower right before when we fought the Taurus demon. Anyway, we are going to homeward bone back to the last bonfire we rested at, and that is after we get our levels. Let's do that so we can take more on the shield. So Havel's Ring boosts maximum equip load. So right now we're at 68.4. When I throw it on, jumps us up to 102.6. Which means Elite Knight, just good, that's fine. Can throw on some better armor and not have to worry about the weight of it. Really? That's interesting. Like I said, we look kind of stupid, but that's just how life is sometimes. Alright, thanks for watching.